What up, B Squad? It is your boy JB, and we are here today, you guys, with another review for the Real Housewives of Atlanta, season 16, episode 8, you guys. This episode was titled Boots on the Ground. And before we go ahead and get into it, if you guys were watching this video or any other video on the channel, and you guys aren't subscribed yet, then I need you guys to do me a solid favor and stop taking me out on this date and having me pay for it at the end of it. You guys know the routine. You can do me that favor by liking the video, subscribing to the channel, turning on your post notifications, and sharing the video, you guys. And with that out of the way, without further ado, let us go ahead and discuss Real Housewives of Atlanta, shall we? All right, you guys, so I really do need to learn that boots on the ground dance, that line there, with the fans. I need to learn that. I know it's on YouTube. This episode, I was gonna say but it wasn't. It was interesting. Now, the episode opens, we see Britt. What I will say about Britt is Britt looks really nice without her makeup on. I ain't saying that she's an ugly girl with makeup on, but she looks really good with no makeup. So we see as Britt is on the phone with her husband, right? And she's filling him in on what's going on the trip, the stuff with Angela, how Angela invited Drew to the trip. And I was like, okay, you really want to issue with Angela. And I don't honestly understand why you want to issue with Angela, but for some odd reason, you want one with her. Go ahead and have at it, right? We also see Shamia. Man, you guys, my heart broke for Shamia so you guys know her youngest daughter has health issues, right? And so we see as her husband took the daughter to the pediatrician and they were checking her out. Now she does have an ear. The doctor said she had an ear infection. And you just see Shamia just, patting her eyes because she was crying. And I was like, man, again, my heart went out to Shamia because I can't imagine what that's like. You know, you're on a trip for work and you can't be there with your child who is going through, something. Yeah, my heart goes out to Shamia. I really feel for Shamia. But, like I said plenty of times before, I'm enjoying Shamia. Now, what I will say to you, Shamia, is you got a flair for the dramatics, don't you? You got a flair for the dramatics because you push 20 on 10 when it comes to telling the story. I realized that in this episode. Now, I thought previously Portia herself was putting 20 on 10. But I was like, no, Shamia, you do put a little stank on what you take back to people. Because you put a little stank on something that was said later in this episode, and I was looking at you like a little sideways, Shamia. And y'all know, again, I love Shamia. That's my girl. But, yeah, moving on, you guys. Moving on. Angela. Girl, I see why you keep that fan on you at all times. Because this week, I'm gonna try to put it somewhere. I'm gonna try to put the screenshot that I took on my phone somewhere up here. Angela, the wig, it looked like it was like it was lifting, like you could literally see the lace right around your forehead. You could see the lace. It was lifting. So she's talking to Cynthia, right? Now here's the thing with Angela. My thing with Angela, we know that production put her up to inviting Drew to this party, right? To this trip, right? Like, let's not sit here and pretend like that didn't happen. Because in the real world, would anybody really do that? Invite somebody to someone else's birthday weekend that they ain't fucking with? No. This got production written all over it. Let's just be for real about the whole thing. That's production. That wasn't Angela, right? But Angela's talking about how she's a loyal person. And I do believe Angela is a loyal person, right? I really do believe she's a loyal person. So Cynthia is asking Angela, like, so when is Drew coming? She's like, well, Drew is supposed to be on her way. And Cynthia was like, girl, you said that yesterday. Drew was supposed to be on her way. She said, well, I texted Drew about 8 o'clock this morning and Drew was on her way. She said, and that was 3 hours ago. And she said, well, she should have landed by now. Because Cynthia was like, a flight from from Atlanta to Nashville is about an hour to 30 minutes, or an hour and 30 minutes, however long, right? So we see Drew as she arrived to the house. When Drew got there, she went to see her girl Angela. Angela was like, there go your whole room right there. So Drew saw the room. She's like, oh, so I'm gonna probably be spending a lot of time in your room, right? So then Angela suggests that Drew has a conversation with Portia. I was like, see, Angela, if you didn't listen to the production, then you wouldn't have to have this awkward conversation because honestly, what is Drew supposed to say to Portia? What is Drew supposed to say to Portia is the question that I have. So the girls are going to be splitting up for the day. So some girls are going to be going to, is it the Coyote Ugly Bar? Child, I thought that was just the movie. I really thought that was just a movie. And then the other girls are going to be going whiskey tasting, right? So Portia has left it up to the girls to decide what they want to do, right? And Cynthia had texted Portia, like, what group is Drew going with? And Portia texts her back saying she can go with whatever group she wants to go to, right? Now, the girls who went to the bar was Portia, Shamia, and Kelly, right? Then it was Britt, Drew, Cynthia, and Angela who went whiskey tasting. Cynthia, baby, she was knocking that whiskey back. I was like, that must be some good ass whiskey. I have never had whiskey. Wait, have I ever had whiskey? I'm trying to think, have I ever had whiskey? What's in an old fashioned, y'all? I actually can Google it. I actually can Google what's in an old fashioned. I think it's whiskey in old fashions, right? Yeah, it's whiskey. So I've had whiskey before. So the thing with me is I'm not like a dark liquor person. I'm not a dark liquor person. If I do drink, because you guys know I'm also not a big drinker these days. Like in my early 20s, like when I was, like I told you guys in my Never Ever Mets video, right? 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, JB, yes, he would drink, right? And I think by the time I was 22, that's when I started venturing into the dark liquor, like Crown, EJ, which I think you know what, I think I have had. So yeah, maybe I have. I'm not a dark liquor person, so I don't really know what's what when it comes to dark liquor. But I'm not really, but I've had, so I've drank an old fashioned before, so yeah, so I guess I have had whiskey. But again, like I said, I'm not a dark liquor person. I am not a dark liquor boy. Definitely not a dark liquor. I've never had Jack Daniels. Never had Jack Daniels. Yeah, but again, like I said, not a dark liquor person. Have I ever had Hennessy? I've never had Hennessy. Yeah, I never had Hennessy. The more I think about it, I've never had Hennessy, never had Jack Daniels. Ooh. And I don't think I ever will. Because again, like I said, at this point in my life, I don't drink unless it's an occasion, right? My birthday and Christmas. Those are the only two times that you're going to catch me drinking. Or unless I'm hanging out with some friends and they got something around and they want me to, that's it. But other than that, this nigga right here don't drink. I don't touch alcohol. Nothing against any of y'all who do drink. That is y'all's prerogative. But I don't want nobody to be like, "Ooh, JB, I feel like I'm being judged." You're not being judged. You're definitely not being judged. It's just that I don't, partake in the alcohol like that. I did it from 17 to 21. After that, I was good. Moving on. What was I talking? Oh, then we moved back over to the bar, right? So they had shots, right? Now they can't take the shots with their hands. So they gotta get on the bar, get on all fours, and get the shot with their mouth and down there. I was like, ooh. I don't know. Now, tell me, who do y'all think went deeper? Because, I mean, you first see Shamia. I was like, well, damn, Shamia. Then you see Portia lick it, and she, gets it up. And then you see Kelly. Babe, well, you know what? It was Kelly. Because Kelly went all the way down to the bottom of it. I mean, I was like, damn, Kelly. Okay. The girls have fun, and I'm here for it, right? I am here for the girls having fun. This is what I talked about a few minutes ago with Shamia putting 20 on 10, right? Because Shamia is talking about, her and Angela on the way to the peace brunch and how Angela had an issue with Drew about something that happened with Kelly. But production played what what Angela actually said. And it wasn't nothing like what Shamia said. I said, oh, Shamia, girl, you're going to have to answer to that at the reunion. You know what? I am so interested for the girls' reunion. Now, what I also will say is the only thing, because I was watching What Happens Live last night, right? And so Turkey Neck ass Giselle and Portia were on there, right? So Andy is talking about how Phaedra is supposed to show up in about, I think, 4 or 5 more episodes. Y'all know I'm not looking forward to seeing Phaedra. Don't care to see Phaedra, but hey, it is what it is, right? Back over at the whiskey tasting, right? Britt feels that Angela played victim the night before. I was like, how? How did she play victim? I was kind of confused. If you said she played instigator, I would give you that. But victim, I didn't really see that. But I mean, okay, Britt, if that's what you want to say, then that's what you want to say. But I didn't see it. But okay, if you guys saw it, please enlighten me on what the victim stuff was with Angela, because I didn't see it, right? Moving on. Cynthia, they then talk about the stuff with Kenya again. I was like, oh my God. Because Britt, you're making yourself the victim, but Angela apologized to her, Drew, whatever. I was just like, what the fuck, right? Why are we bringing this shit up? So the ladies get back on the Sprinter van. They head back to the house. They're going to have dinner at the house, right? So Portia, they had 2 hours before they had dinner. Now we see as all the ladies got ready for dinner, and they met up in the I think that was the living room area, right? They were having a good time until Portia walked in. I was like, damn. But Portia walked in with the dark energy. I'm like, girl, this is your birthday weekend. Now, prior to that, we saw her on the phone with PJ and Coach Dennis, right? And she comes downstairs with the stank-a-dank-dank attitude, right? And they went outside, and she kept the same attitude. I was like, Portia, girl, I can't defend you. Now, granted, she says that she got some news about, Dennis filming with Drew. Okay, Portia, what you gonna do about it? Are you gonna beat up Drew? You gonna beat up Dennis? Who you gonna beat up? Don't be mad at, you told Dennis not to film with her. He still filmed with her. So your issue ain't with Drew. Your issue is with Coach Dennis, right? That's where your issue should be. Then the girls talked about what happened at the whiskey tasting. So Angela still doesn't understand this victim thing. So Brett was like, so you didn't hear what I had to say? And I was like, oh God, Brett. And then Angela was like, but you said that Portia felt the same way that you felt, right? So she's like, she's trying to talk to Portia, and Portia's ignoring her. And Shamia was like, well, Portia said you gaslit her. And so Angela's like, well, how did I gaslight her? So then they're talking about the fact, well, when it came down to Drew being here, we were all on a phone call together, and Portia said that everybody on this phone call was invited. And she said, well, she didn't say that Drew wasn't invited. I said, oh my God, not the semantics of it all. Ma'am, if everybody on that phone call was invited and Drew wasn't on the phone call, somebody asked Drew, did you know about the phone call? Drew said she didn't know about the phone call. And then Angela, you knew Drew wasn't on the phone call. Drew didn't know about the phone call, so why did you invite Drew? Again, we know that the production set this up. So then Angela throws Kelly under the bus, right? And brings up when Kelly asked Portia, why did she take that woman's husband, right? And Kelly says, well, my question was answered. I said, when the fuck was your question answered? Girl say, what? Your question was never answered. Portia did not answer the question about why she took Simon, from Fallon. Like, girl, she did not answer that question. Kelly, miss me with the bullshit. Oh, also, you guys, so if you guys did not watch my Let's Get Into the Blogs, remind me, because I do have the live schedule today for 4 o'clock. Remind me, if you guys did not watch the Let's Get Into the Blogs, I want to tell you guys about the real life Portia that I know. Oh, woo, Jesus, the real life Portia that I know in my life. So Angela then asked Portia about the question. She wants Portia to take accountability. And I was like, well, Angela, I like you, right? I really do. But do I want Portia to take accountability? Absolutely, right? But Angela, when it comes to you, I still don't know what's real with you and what's not. Like, your story doesn't add, nothing in your storyline adds up to me. Because I know we added you to the list of people that's a liar on this show, right? We said Drew is a liar, Portia's a liar. We added Britt to the list, and we added Angela to the list, right? Is that what we added to the list, y'all? Let me know. I can't remember. I think that's our list, right? I'm pretty positive that's our list. So somebody asked Portia, are you going to answer the question? She said, no, Angela can kiss my ass. I said, well, damn. Well, damn. She said she can kiss her ass. So Drew is talking to Portia. Portia is turning around, looking elsewhere. I was like, oh my God, Portia, you are being a brat. You are being passive aggressive. And so Drew was like, well, I got you a gift. And then she was like, is it okay that I'm here? And Portia said, you straight. And I was actually with Drew in this particular moment. When she said, you straight, it wasn't, and here's the thing, Portia, you talking about, I said she, you know, I told Drew that she's straight. It's not the fact that you told Drew that she's straight. It's the fact that how you said it. You said it so dry. You said it so dry and matter of fact and nonchalant. It was just so. It was so. It was terrible. The way you said it. I would have felt the way that Drew felt, and Drew said, fuck it, I'm finna leave. So Drew left, then Portia got up and walked upstairs to her room. Cynthia went to go check on her. So Portia is telling Cynthia, you know, she got some bad news from back home. So she just feeling like everybody, you know, anything that she get, any information that she get, she just feel like people is against her. I was like, okay, Portia, girl, whatever. If that's what you want to say it, do it, right? So her and Cynthia have a conversation with each other, and then we see as, you know, they went back downstairs. Can I say one thing? Two things. Kelly, girl, your titties are big. Because I knew Kelly had big boobs, but I didn't realize how big Kelly's boobs were until this episode. Because that one outfit she had on where she had the pasties on, I was like, wow, she got some big ass boobs. Then when I see them out there by the pool, I was like, damn, her boobs really are big. But that ain't even what I really want to talk about. It was Britt for me. Britt's ass. Wow, that's a lot of ass. That is a lot of ass that Britt got. My God, today that is a lot of ass that Britt got. Ooh. To my girlies who go, like, when it comes to BBLs, why do y'all get, like, astronomical size asses? Now, I don't know if Britt, I'm pretty sure Britt, I don't know that Britt has a BBL, but I'm going to assume Britt has a BBL because, I mean, she also wants, just like I want Angela to go get her nose redone, I want Britt to go get her nose done too. Because Britt, I think they fucked up your sinuses. I think they fucked up your sinuses when they did the surgery on your nose, girl. So we see the girls out there by the pool having a good time, right? We see Angela upstairs. Angela is, you know, winding down for the night, taking her makeup off, right? So then we flash forward because we see as, I guess the cameras had went down, but Angela recorded the girls because Angela said that she was upstairs on the phone with Charles, right? And she heard the girls talking about her and her dress. And she said she heard Portia say that she would fuck Charles, but then Kelly in her interview said that Portia said that she should Angela better shut up before she go and fuck Charles. Either way it goes, it's terrible, right? But then also they say that Shamia was talking about how Charles be out on the town with different women. I'm like, damn, y'all get drunk and just talk about other people's business. I ain't never got, I don't, have I? See, this is why I don't. This is precisely one of the reasons why I don't really drink like that, right? Because I don't want to be talking and just saying shit freely, right? and don't remember, and be the next day be like, I don't know what did I say last night? What did I do last night? Have I ever had one of them nights? Have I ever had one of those nights? No, I've never had one of those nights where well, yes I have. Yes I have. Yes I have. Juneteenth of 2010, I think. But it wasn't one of those nights where I woke up and it was like, what did I say? What did I do? No, it was one of them nights where it wasn't, what did I say? It was like, bitch, what did you do? Because, bitch, you was gone off that liquor. Even threw up in my car. I threw up in the front seat of my car. But that was because I had overheated. But yeah, that's it, you guys. Be sure to like the video. Be sure to like the videos. Like the video. How do I end the videos again? Damn. How do I end my videos? Be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on your post notifications, and share the video, you guys. And until the next time, stay safe. Take care of yourselves, you guys. Wash your hands, be blessed, and I will see you guys in the next one. Remember, you guys, I will see you guys later this afternoon. Right now, it's tentative for 4 o'clock. It could be 4:30. But right now, it's tentative for 4 o'clock to do the live review of The Real Housewives of Atlanta. Hope to see you guys there. And then after that, so I don't know which video you guys are going to see first. If you guys are going to see this first or if you guys are going to see Baddies first. One of the two. You'll either see Baddies first or Real Housewives of Atlanta. I don't know which order I'm going to put them in. It don't really matter, to be quite honest with you. But yeah, I will see you guys later this afternoon for the live review of The Real Housewives of Atlanta. See you guys in that video. Bye, y'all.